Guys, it's Alex Davis here to talk another day about life, self-development, just getting better, being the best version of ourselves. And something I was thinking a lot about this past week, I was listening to a book about the psychology of wealth and winning. And essentially, it was something that it was said in the book was that everything that we have in our life, it started with a desire. And I thought about how true that was. And I was like, man, like even think if you're a person that has children or maybe siblings, a brother, parents, where you intend to love that person, and so therefore the relationship, you pour into it. Like your children, you want your kid to succeed or do good, so you spend time with them, you pour into them and all that stuff, and you wait for that to come to life and for him to develop and everything, or your children to develop. But essentially your desire to pour into them creates this relationship that starts from the moment that you even wanted to do that. From the moment you wanted to become a prevalent person in your child's life, you automatically became it. And so I started thinking about how our desires really do just manifest into everything that we have and everything we touch and everything we perceive and everything we feel. And, I started thinking about how is it that we can take our desires and do the right and correct action into making them come to life. And, the answer that I found through the studying and through, just listening to myself was it's all faith. It's all faith. And so you basically start with a desire, and then you have faith that you can make that desire, like say it's your children. You have faith that you can make your children, you can impact their lives, you can help them become independent adults, you can help them, navigate this world. And so that desire starts with a desire to love that child, and then you have faith that you can really help them in life. And so therefore, you start putting those steps into action, and then the next thing you know, you have an independent child, 18, 20, whatever years later. And it doesn't always just go from A to Z perfectly like that. I've talked about it before, there's going to be tons of adversity in life. But at the end of the day, if you have something that you desire and you can put faith behind it and see a vision, then dude, you can make it happen, and you're going to make it happen. I see it over and over again in my life. I wanted to become a business owner. I just started working hard. I started selling things. I started selling insurance. And the next thing you know, it was a few years. It was like a hard road, whatever, some of it. But the next thing you know, it's like I had the position to open an insurance agency. I wanted to get a real estate license. You study, and the next thing you know, you're selling houses. You know what I mean? So if you have something that you're desiring and something that you can visualize, put some faith behind it and just wait for it to become yours. And I'll tell you, the number one thing that I've been learning here recently is it's okay for this stuff to take longer than you want it to. And I don't want us to expect that it's going to take forever, because this is a world of increase. Everything around us is increasing. From the day you're born, you start growing, and you become stronger, smarter, better, all the way until our bodies start to deteriorate. And so what I'm trying to say to you is that whenever we have adversity and whenever we go through things, it's really just getting us ready for that next level in life. And so a lot of times we have expectations where we think like, okay, I'm going to put this stuff into action and all the results are going to happen. We really want it to happen overnight, especially like some of y'all remember dial-up internet. Now we literally don't get the football game on our phone in 12 seconds and we're like about to throw the phone through the wall. So we become a lot less patient. But essentially, whenever it comes to you wanting to speed things up and everything, things are going at the exact right speed that they need to go. And just accept that you are doing your best. This is something, like I said, this year I've had to just say like, hey man, you know what? Give yourself some credit. You have fed a couple people's families. You have talked to people. You have impacted a couple lives. You are doing things just by being you, think about all the people that love you. Even if there's only one you can think of right now. That person loves you for a reason, and you're impacting the world. You're impacting their life. And now it's like, how can we spread that love and not just impact one person, but how can we impact hundreds, thousands? I want to impact millions, man. This technology and all this stuff, I fully plan on being able to speak in front of people one day and being able to just impact a lot of lives just by the things I've studied and being able to repeat back to people, maybe something that helps them think or something that helps them get past a certain adversity in their life, or, just helps people get better. I started this self-development journey a long time ago, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. So if I can just literally impact one person a day or one person a month, it's like, it's all going to work out. So stop rushing yourself. Live in the now. The present moment, I've talked about it before, but the present moment is all you have. I spent so much time in my life. I'm only 31 years old, and I've been in business 6 years, we're going on 6 years in business as like fully, hey, I don't have anybody that's a boss of mine or anything going on. And I'm telling you, stop worrying about the future. Just live in the now, and that is how you get to that future you're thinking of. that future that you're worried about, especially if you're like having that quarter life crisis in your 20s. When you're in your 20s, there's so much opportunity presented and you have no idea what you want to do with it. And it's really, you just sift through the data and live day by day, and you just keep going through until you're like, okay, I think this is the path. And let me tell you, I'm only in my 30s, but right now I know that I've laid the foundation and I'm exactly where I need to be. So if you can, stop worrying about the future and just live in the present and bring the best, most enthusiasm you can to the present moment, any chance you get. Because if you're not, then you're just wasting it, man. It could be more. It could be more for you. It could be more for you. It could be more for the people around you. It could be more for the kingdom of God. It could be more for whatever you're about. It could be more for that. So don't worry about the future. Stop rushing things. Stop worrying about how fast you're getting your credit, how fast you're going to, because basically we're going to miss the whole process. If you just worry about the future and what's happening and where you're going and how fast you can get there, you're literally going to go by. Life's going to speed by and you're going to look back and say, holy crap, I missed the whole thing because I was just worried about getting more. When you got these kids to hang out with, you got your people at church to hang out with, you got your family, you got your mom and dad, you got your grandma, you got your grandpa, you got whoever's in your life. Take the time and the presence and awareness to hang out with them, and then let the future come. Like, relationships is everything. Take care, tend the garden, take care of your relationships, and there's going to be more to come. And so now I've gone off on this tangent, but quit worrying about how fast things are happening. And if you have a desire and you can see the vision and you add faith to it, you can make it happen. Thanks, guys.